All right, so I want to show you a couple features on Google Maps that most people don't realize, but these features could help you not get lost when you're using Google Maps to navigate. The first one's a really simple one. Um, by default, Google Maps puts north at the top of your phone. This is north. This doesn't happen to be the direction that my phone is facing right now. So when you're reading the map and you're traveling and it's not facing the direction that you're traveling, sometimes that can cause confusion. The easy way to correct that is to hit this button right here. This button will orient the map so that the north or the top of the phone is facing the direction that you're traveling. So see how that does? This is the street that I live on, Kilmartin Point, and this is actually the direction that my phone is facing. Now, the other thing has to do with what the phone needs to locate you and to track you when you're navigating. It needs two things. It needs cellular service, which is provided by towers or terrestrial access. I mean, the pickup points are located on Earth and they require line of sight. But also in your phone, there's a GPS chip, and that's separate from your cell chip. And that GPS chip is tracking you or allows tracking from a satellite. Well, so it's celestial. And those satellites are more reliable than the terrestrial cellular service. Because they're so high up, they can pretty much see you wherever you are. You can be on the backside of a mountain and not have access to cell service because you're not line of sight, but because those satellites are so high in geosynchronous orbit around the Earth that they can pick you up pretty much anywhere. Now, the problem that we have, and this was one of the problems that we had on our latest hike, is getting to that trailhead can become an issue if you don't have cellular service. Now, most of us got there without an issue if we had the trailhead plugged into our map. The real issue occurs is once you exit out of Google Maps to start doing something else. You've gotten to the trailhead and then you're going to do something else. And when you get back to your car and you want to drive back, and you pull up Google Maps, and if you're in a location that doesn't have cellular service, you're not going to be able to see the map. You'll pull up Google Maps and it'll just be blank and it'll be spinning, and it will continue to spin like that until you have cellular service. However, it will still track you. It'll just track you on a blank screen. So there's a way to fix that. And that's what I'm going to show you, is how you can navigate whether you have the cellular service or not. So one of the things you have to understand is that Google Maps works like you're streaming a video. It's constantly, as long as it has connection to cellular service, streaming the map, the outer edges of the map. So you can actually lose cellular service for a period of time and still be able to navigate because there's a portion of that map that's been loaded into the memory on your phone. Now I'm pulling up the trailhead that we used last time. That's Springer Mountain Trailhead. And where we were, there was no cellular connection. But if you pull up this information right here to the top, then you get these three dots right there. And if you hit those three dots, you'll see one of the options here is to download offline map. What they're talking about offline is when you don't have cell service. So if you click on that, it pulls up a map. Now, in my opinion, that map does not provide enough coverage. I believe that we would be out of range eventually on this and still out of cellular service. So if if you're in that kind of situation, the way you do that is to pull up more of the map. And then you can hit download, and it's going to start download. Now that showed update for me because I'd already downloaded that map. But once you get that downloaded, and if you lose cellular service, you can still navigate. You own the map. It's actually on your phone. And this will probably work the same. I happen to have an iPhone, but it'll probably work the same on a different technology. As long as you could download the Google Maps app, you have access to doing exactly what I showed you there. And with that feature, you should never have an issue if you get into a place where you don't have cellular service and you've turned off Google Maps and you're trying to re-access it to navigate.